All right. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is, Manuel T. Ferrero III. I am the Commissioner of ISPS Slow Pitch Softball, ISPS Softball. This is a new project. Thank you. Gracias por sintonizar. Thank you for joining us and listening in. This is going to be like a new little project that we're going to start trying to do. I know our schedules are very busy and it's a lot of travel and a lot of events all over the world and a lot of different programs and everything going on. But we're going to try to do this on a weekly basis now, maybe on Sunday afternoon, 6 p.m. Miami time. The ISPS Tonight show. Basically, it's a small little project. It won't take much of your time. It won't be that long of a show, maybe 15, 20 minutes, if that. And nothing. We're just going to be talking about ISPS, some of our upcoming tournaments, events, programs, things, news, highlights. We're going to bring to you some interviews coming up in a few shows. And nothing. I really wanted to talk about the Shenandoah Park Women's League. That one, we have some new announcements coming up, and we wanted to go over some of those announcements a little bit later and answer any of the questions. I know a lot of the ladies already sent me some questions ahead of time, and we'll go over those today on the show. Before I forget, we want to give a big thank you to our main sponsors of that particular league. Big ups to Commissioner Joe Carollo. He is our main sponsor for that league. He has given us a nice thank you and blessing to all the ladies over there at Shenandoah Park so that they could play completely free. Thank you to the city of Miami. Also, AVG 300, Mario Fernandez, with the amazing stats and the amazing live streaming that he does with AVG 300, also Cerveza Tropical, and of course our national association, USA Slow Pitch Softball. Before we move on to the Shenandoah announcements, I want to talk about some upcoming events really quick. It won't take much time. The ISPS Florida State Championships is September 27 in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, at our home away from home, the place to play, Mills Pond Softball Complex. That is our ISPS Florida State Championship. All the early bird team spots have been taken, so there's already 10 teams in. So if you didn't take advantage of that early bird special, sorry, but you're still able to join the tournament. Go to playisps.com for more information on that. This is one of my favorite events of the year. It's the Puerto Rico Boricua Open Championships in Puerto Rico, October 17th through the 19th in Levittown, Puerto Rico. We have men's teams, women's teams, and also co-ed teams. So be on the lookout for that. And that one, the men's division is almost already, I think there's only maybe one or two team spots left for the men's division. There's still a few spots left for the co-ed and the women's division, but jump on it because October's right around the corner, and that is one of our most popular and best, most funnest events, guys. If you haven't been to one of our tournaments in Puerto Rico, I suggest that you put it on your bucket list. Dale. Then we're coming back to Fort Lauderdale for the Caribbean Classic. That's October 25th. We already have some teams from Bahamas, some Florida teams already signing up for that. So get on the ball with that one. That's the Caribbean Classic. We have a lot of fun with that one. That's in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, again at Mills Pond Softball Complex. I think, of course, how could I forget? The World Championships, 2025 World Championships, that's November at Fort Lauderdale, Florida. men's, women's, and co-ed divisions. Register today at playisps.com/worlds 2025. That's about it for our upcoming events. We have some more, but those are our main events. I wanted to go over some of these new announcements for Mario, leche para, no es leche para el chocolate, es azúcar para el chocolate. Mario has a lot of fun with that, and it's all in good spirit. I know he does it when the players strike out, but it's all in good fun. He doesn't mean anything bad about that. Okay, moving on to the announcements. There was a game that was canceled. It was postponed. It had to be postponed because the lights went out over there at Shenandoah Park. Some of the lights went out, so that game is going to be rescheduled for October 21st at 7:30. Okay. Oh, that's a Monday. That's not right. Let me make sure I'm looking at that right. Maybe that was a typo. Let me look at the calendar. No, sorry. October 21st is a Tuesday. All right. That's a typo there. And let me see if I can fix that on the fly here. There we go. So Tuesday, October 21st at 7:30. That was Brickell Breeze versus Biscayne Barracudas. That game has been rescheduled for that date. Now, moving forward, we want to do something nice for you teams. We're going to do an official team photo for the Shenandoah Women's League. That's going to be scheduled for your last regular season game, either October 7th, October 14th, or October 21st, depending on your schedule. Jerseys are required, so if you don't bring your jersey, you're not going to be part of the photo. Okay, this is an official photo. I want everybody, with their nice jerseys and looking like an official team, not not the Bad News Bears. No, pero no jersey, no photo. And this is going to be the new standard moving forward. So on your last regular season game moving forward at the league, we're going to have some professional pictures taken of your team. I know some of you had some issues with the sizing of your jerseys. If you want to reprint, this is a one-time only. We were able to negotiate with the printer. They're going to do a flat rate of $18, which is a great price for those types of jerseys. But it must be the same name and number. The only thing that you're allowed to change is the size. Either big, it doesn't matter how many sizes bigger or how many sizes smaller. And this is just going to be a one-time courtesy that is going to apply to all the current league players and those coming up in the draft. We'll talk about that up next. We had a waiting list for the league, and that waiting list is going to change. It's actually already changed. I'm going to show you in the next few slides. It's going to change into a free agent market. So now officially on the website, and we just had another free agent sign up. It's going to be called the free agent market, no longer the waiting list. Okay, and I'll explain to you in just a few about that. So let your people know, all interested players can register now for the free agent market at playisps.com/Shenandoah Women's. And this system will now feed directly into the official league drafts and serve as the only point of entry for new players. So the free agent market is the only way you're going to be able to join the league. And then we're going to start hosting. I'll tell you about it a little bit more. We're going to have 2 drafts, one in the off season, in between seasons, and then one mid-season, week 8. for those that join in the mid-season and are dropped or traded. I'm going to explain to you a little bit more. There's more announcements coming up. So this is one of the things, the mid-season draft. This is going to be the final entry window to come into the league this season. Okay, and then moving forward, every season we'll have another mid-season draft right around week 8. Week 8, this is going to be the final, marks the last chance to join the league this season. All right, and then moving forward, week 8, we'll be hosting a mid-season draft moving forward. Okay, so tell your friends. Okay, tell your friends now that if they want to join the league for this season and be eligible for the playoffs, start joining the free agent market today. Okay. Now, in order to move forward, we need to expand the rosters. So the rosters in this league are going to start, their roster limits are now increased from 14 to 16. And then teams are going to draft in continuation of the original draft order, and teams may pick up or pass on selection. We'll talk a little bit more about that in the draft, pero to stay on this, the roster expansion, we were at 14. Now we're going to move it up 2 spots to 16. That does not mean that you have to pick them up, okay? From now on, the team managers and the team reps, you guys are going to start running the teams yourselves and drafting players. Everything is set now, okay? We cleaned the slate clean. We had a new draft for the league. And now moving forward, we're going to do this through the draft, okay? We're going to try to do it as fair and as professional as possible, okay? I'll explain to you more in some more of these announcements. Okay, the roster draft. This is going to be a little tricky, but we spoke to my staff, and everybody thinks this is the way to go. Teams could drop. You could drop, but the drops have to be approved by all the other team reps, the other teams, and the commissioner, myself. So you're not going to be dropping, the worst player on your team to pick up new players. It doesn't work like that. Everything has to be it has to be for a valid reason that you're dropping a player. Maybe the player hasn't shown up for the entire season, or maybe they moved away, or something. And when they're dropped, they're dropped. If they agree and they want to go back into the free agent market, that's fine. That's another question. But once they're dropped, they're dropped, and then you'll be able to pick up some more players to replace them moving forward. Azúcar, sí. No girls to make a new team. Cindy Cuare asked, let me put this here. I don't know if I could put this right now. Is there not enough girls to make a new team? No, there's still not. There's still not enough girls. And remember, Cindy, you don't have to pick up the extra 2 girls. Okay, you can stay at 14. I'm not going to force you to pick up, unless I'm going to talk a little bit more about that moving forward. Unless you have the strikes, we're going to implement this strike system for those teams that are struggling to field the team. Let me get back to the captions where we were. Okay, so the off-season and mid-season drafts. The off-season draft and the week 8 drafts will be the only chances to join the league. Teams will be rearranged based on the final. This is for the off-season. In the off-season, after this season is done, the draft is going to be rearranged for those players in the free agent market to get picked up. So last place is going to pick first, and the champions are going to pick last in the off-season draft. Again, you don't have to pick up, okay? You can pass. You can pass unless you have the 3-strike rule, which I'm going to talk to you about that in a little bit, okay? The deadline to drop any players is going to be before the first pitch of week 8 in order for that drop player to be added to the free agent market and be eligible to be picked up if that player wants. Okay? So after the first pitch of week 8, you're stuck. You can't drop any more players. 1 second. Oh, man. Hold on 1 second. Oh, I think you can still see me, yeah. The lights went off with this, ¿Qué te iba a decir? So, yeah, that's the last chance that you have to drop any players, okay? After the first pitch in week 8, you can't drop any more players for that season. In the off season, you're going to be able to drop players before the off season draft. Okay. This is something interesting that some of you mentioned that would be kind of cool to do. A trading system. Okay. All trades but it's just going to be just like the drops. All trades must be approved by both team reps and the commissioner. And I believe, I don't know why it's not put there, but all the team reps also have to be approved. So we're not going to allow like some superstar to be traded away for one of the beginning players or not experienced players. We're going to be monitoring that. Not only that, but you guys yourself are going to be policing this league. Guys, this is your league, okay? This is your league. This is your association. This is, ISPS is for you guys. I'm just trying to be, trying to keep everything in order for you guys and trying to keep it fair for all sides, not just for one team. Or we're actually, this league is going to be the test for the rest of the world for ISPS moving forward. So, por favor, bear with us. We're trying to make this as best of a league as possible. I know there's some more chats we'll get to it in a little bit. Let me get through these announcements and then we'll get to I only have 4 more. Oh no. Oh, give me a few and I'll get back to your chats here. So the playoff eligibility, everybody's eligible for playoffs. Remember, we said from the beginning, the original 14 that were drafted on your official roster, those 14 are eligible for a playoff, no matter how many or how little amount of games they played. The only thing now moving forward is that they have to play with the jersey. In the playoffs, you have to play with a jersey, ladies, or players, moving forward, because we're going to be using this as the rules and house rules for leagues moving forward for ISPS. All players listed on an official roster are playoff eligible, including those drafted during the Week 8 mid-season draft. Yes, so these free agents that you can pick up after Week 8 or at Week 8, they're also going to be eligible for the playoffs. Okay, so tell your people. But the jerseys are mandatory. Okay, no exceptions, no jersey, no play. So I don't want to hear that. Oh, I forgot to wash it, or leave it in your car and don't wash it the entire season. I don't know. No sé lo que te digo. One thing, fake or counterfeit jerseys, and I know what they look like, and please, ladies, don't make me have to expel you from the league. If we find any fake or counterfeit jerseys, you will be expelled from the league. And I hate to do this, but please do not put me in a hard situation, ladies. I know there's a lot of jersey companies out there, and I did send an email to the printer to see if we could get a kind of like a thinner material for the jersey. I know they're a little thick. I agree, they're a little thick, but we'll see what he's going to be able to do. So jerseys must be purchased through the league office and approved vendor. Okay, please. Any player caught with a fake counterfeit jersey will be expelled from the league. Please don't put us in a situation to have to do that. We really don't want to do that over a fake jersey. Come on. Okay, this is the team strike thing. Everybody has no strikes right now. No team has a strike, okay? But moving forward, ladies, we're trying to avoid forfeits, okay? This is why we're also expanding it to 16. We had a few teams that have started games with 9, or actually played the entire game with 9 players. We had one team that this was spoken about before the season even started, that subs were not allowed. And while I was gone, a sub was used in one of the games. I wasn't around. I get it. Apparently both teams were in agreement and they wanted to do it to avoid the forfeit. That's exactly what we are trying to do. We're trying to avoid forfeits. We don't like forfeits. So if you start a game with under 10 players, you're going to get a strike. 3 strikes, and the team will be forced to pick up a player from the free agent market. If there's no players in the free agent market, we'll wait until the next player, and that player is automatically going to go to that team that has the 3 strikes. 3 strikes, and the team will be forced to select players from the market if there are eligible players. If there are no eligible players at the time of the 3rd strike, the next available player will automatically be assigned to that team. Okay, so please, we're giving you two more opportunities to get 2 more players and try to avoid these forfeits. I get it. I know we each have our lives, we travel and all that stuff, but guys, 16, you need 10. That's about 2/3 of the roster there that needs to be present. Okay. A little happiness. I know you guys love Halloween and you guys love to dress up in your costumes. You can wear your Halloween costumes on any October game so long as it's not your last game because of the official picture and or the playoffs, if we have playoffs in October, because playoff jerseys are mandatory. All right, so you could wear your Halloween costume on any October date and yeah, have fun with it. I know you guys love it. ¿Qué más? Oh, the deadline for the jersey reprints are going to be week 8, right after the season draft. So that will be the last batch that we're going to have to place another order so that they're in before the playoffs. And this time they're going to be a lot quicker because the printer already has all the designs and everything. It's just a matter of printing them out, cutting them, and sewing them and shipping them to us. Okay. So that's pretty much it. And this one goes out to Ruth Roa. I don't know if you're watching Ruthless Ruth. She did some alterations to her jersey. They came out fantastic. I love it. I love the individuality and everything like that. But please, if you're going to do any alterations, are fine so long as you can still see all the logos, including the sleeve logos and your player name and your number. Please, let's keep the sponsor logos intact. You know, I love what you did, Ruth. It was amazing. It looks very, very, very ¿cómo se dice eso? Very fashionable, very couture, you know, juicy couture, juicy couture. But you know what I mean. It was very, very nice what you did there, and I really enjoyed checking that out. I wanted to show you guys the free agent market. There's already 3 players there. It hasn't been refreshed since the last time I checked, but right now there's 3 players available in the free agent market. So I believe the last team to select, and forgive me if I'm wrong, was the Wynwood Warriors. And then it's going to go with the same order that we had for the draft. Okay. Anything else? Let's do some Q&A. Anything? I think that's about it. Will we get a link or something for the reprint? No, the reprint, please do not order the reprints through the regular site. Contact the office or contact me through WhatsApp, because if not, if you go through the website, it's going to charge you 30 or 32 something. I don't know. Go through our offices or high fashion, yeah, Chanel, Louis Vuitton, all these, Dior, Prada, and Ruth Roa. No, the reprints, go through our office or go through me, so you could just pay through Cash App or Zelle or the $18, because the reprints are $18. So send us a WhatsApp or send us an email, and we'll take care of that right away. We can see you. Yes, we will get a link or something. Yeah, I already did that. Leche azúcar. Yes. Anything else, ladies? I think that's about it. Thank you once again. I really love this Shenandoah Park Women's League. We couldn't do it without the support of the City of Miami and District 3 Commissioner Joe Carollo. Thank you to all the ladies in the league. There's almost 90 something of you now. We love it. We love it. I know you guys love it. Gabe, slow pitcher, he's the social media influencer. He's out there. He's doing a lot of content, a lot of video of you ladies, and we love it as well. Y más nada. I really, really love this league. This is like a child of mine, and I like to nurture it, and I like to take care of it. And like I said, ladies, this league is going to be the future of the rest of the leagues moving forward. I know it's going to take some time to roll out all these and roll out and implement all these new changes and these new rules, and to try to convince governments to support these types of initiatives and stuff like that. But this is an amazing thing that we are creating. We are creating history, ladies, and thank you for your support and your trust in me and my staff, and las quiero mucho. What about the Puerto Rico League? The Puerto Rico League, or you mean the tournament? The tournament is October 17th through the 19th in Levittown, which is like about 15-20 minutes outside of San Juan, Puerto Rico. You should land in San Juan, SJU airport code. It's just like about a 2.5 hour ride from, let me see. We have a lot of questions here about Puerto Rico. We are putting the team together. We're putting the Miami Mermaids team together, and there's already some women's teams registered for that tournament, the Boricua Open. I think the men's tournament, if I'm not mistaken, is almost full. But there's still some spots for the women. Not many, though. I think like only 3 or 4 spots for the women's and 3 or 4 spots for the co-ed division. So this year we're going to have a co-ed division as well. So tell your friends about that. Other than that, I think that's about it. But how do we join that? Contact our office, Claudia. Contact our offices, or on the league WhatsApp community. There's a group chat there for the Miami Mermaids. If you want to join that specific team, I know they're setting up a team with some of the girls there. You could go and request to be invited to that group chat, and we'll add you there. Okay. That's a fun tournament. I know we had a little hiccup last year with the women's division, but it is a party. You guys have a welcome party, and it's a lot of fun. The island is amazing. I know it's part of the United States, but not really. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on over there. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, I would recommend it. It's one of my favorite stops on the tour. ¿Qué más? I think that's it. Bueno, one last time, flights, hotel. Oh my Lord, you guys have a lot of questions. Oh well, the host hotel, we just released it this week, Monica. It's on the website. Let me show you the website here. Go to, a ver, you can't see it right there, pero Boricua, playisps.com/Boricua 2025. There, you can find it. You can find everything there. Anything else? I think that's about it. Let me say one last thank you to our sponsors of the league and of ISPS, of course, especially Mr. Joe Carollo, Commissioner Joe Carollo of District 3 here in the city of Miami, of course, ABG 300, Tropi Cristal, and USA Slow Pitch Softball. Who's the captain? Can you further explain? Hold on, we have some more questions here. Can you further explain what players can be dropped, skill, performance, stats, or solely based on attendance? Well, it has to be approved. It has to be approved by the other teams. So let's say, for example, if and I'm just using the Wynwood Warriors because they're in first place. If the Wynwood Warriors want to drop one of their players, let's say they want to drop their worst player. I don't know who that is, but I'm just saying theoretically, their worst player. Everybody knows everybody's stats. Okay, it's all public knowledge. Everybody pretty much knows one another. Mario Fernandez, our statistic guy, he knows, and Bailey, our officials, they know pretty much everybody. I know pretty much everybody in the league. I watch every game. I've known pretty much every athlete from the beginning of the league. So if a drop comes in to the commissioner's office, let's just say, the commissioner can veto it right there, right then and there. I'm not gonna do that unless it's something, you know, blatantly obvious. But if it's something, you know, legit, for a legitimate reason, first we're gonna contact that player and say, hey, you know, do you want to get dropped? And if they do, I guess we would ask the rest of the teams if they're in agreement with that. Now, it's going to be hard to deny that player from being dropped if they themselves want to be dropped. We will relay that to the rest of the team reps. Hey, look, this player, she doesn't want to play on the team anymore. She wants to be dropped and she wants to be put in the free agent market. There might be some issues with that, lady. These are going to be growing pains, but we've been getting so many requests, especially to join the league, but just not enough to create another team. Not just that, but if we create another team, that just means more buys, ladies. It means more buys because remember, we voted and nobody wanted to play earlier, but we also have that issue that the lights turn off at 10 o'clock hard on the dot. So we're really limited and we could only host two games. And then the majority of the league did not want to play on another day because of other leagues or other commitments, and Tuesday was it. So we've gone through this almost every season. And I think that's it. If we have any other questions, send them in and we will get to them as soon as possible. Thank you once again for joining. Thank you for the questions, and one last time, thank you to our sponsors. Y los quiero. Un abrazo. Chao.